Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. Today we have got the young boys. We're taking on the young boys. We've not got the young boys. It's a strange club. Before we get into things, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you get more content like this. But let's jump into it. Of course, you saw last episode, or at least I hope you did, because that was the Apple episode. We managed to get through on that one, on aggregate, 5-4 on that one. So it was a little bit tight. This one might be a little bit harder as well. We've got a home leg first, then the away leg. I have cancelled a game in between, which was a friendly, because we don't need that if we're obviously playing in this. Otherwise, looking at things, there is one transfer I need to update you on, which is one that I did kind of mention that I might do. £2 million for Mercy Undongala, the guy that scored against us multiple times and was very good in that game. He's come in. He's our new winger that we've brought in on that right-hand side. So a bit more competition for Bareback, who's out injured at the moment. He's an international... Okay, it's one international cap, but, you know, a bit of experience, and he's obviously played at Champions League and top-level clubs before across Europe. So we'll hopefully be able to use him very nicely. He is in the squad now. We have managed to add him to the squad. He's the only player we could add because we managed to take someone out of the squad as well, which I think... Who was it? Was it Bareback? I think we took out because obviously 9 days and 3 weeks. He's not going to be here for these two games. So this is kind of where we're at with things. We're staying with the 4-3-3. We've got Gilstoff in goal as usual. Andre Wisdom playing right back this time with Sergio Silva and Paul Cock in the middle and Marco Sander on the left. Michael will be coming in at ball-winning midfielder role. He's come back from a bit of injury. And jadedness. And then we've got Keita and Pereira de Sá in front of him. Then Undongala will be making his debut on the right-hand side, Romero on the left, and then Pella up top. We've got Ramirez, Dede, and Marlos on the bench, along with Ndai and Sinisalo, the two goalkeepers that we have to have registered, as Gustav isn't registered because he's in under 21. But let's jump into it. Let's get into the game. This one's going to be a lot tougher than the previous one. Obviously, they're a good side, young boys. They've competed in the Champions League before. They compete regularly in the Europa League and that sort of thing. So it's going to be a big, tough game. I'm not necessarily expecting much from it, but I wasn't expecting much from the last one. So you never know. And we're looking all right so far. It's our throw-in, our first highlight, and Dongala getting on the ball, seeing what he can do. Andre Wisdom back to Graziano Pella. He looks back to Wisdom again. He's inside to Keita. Look at this. We're keeping the ball nicely against a good side. We are at home, obviously, this round, so we need to at least try and get a draw out of it to have any chance of kind of snatching anything in the second leg. But a long ball forward, looks for Pereira de Sá. He gets up, isn't able to quite win that header properly, and it will be young boys coming forward. He plays in and Same, who's through on goal, and it's just wide of the goal. We get away one a little bit there. It's gonna be a long game. I can feel it already as Garcia takes a throw in, and it's only 11 minutes in. And Same on that side, we managed to challenge him with Kingsley, and Pella does well to win the header at the back post. But it will be Martins to get to this first, who looks down the line to Da Costa, whose ball in is, I mean, it's a free header, and once again Bellegarde misses the goal completely. Ndongala though with a free kick, back post, Cock with the header, 1-0. Dear Mercy Ndongala, what a signing he is. Instant impact, getting an assist from a free kick. I mean, what a start for him. And it's Cock with the goal. What a lovely, lovely header as well. Going back across the keeper. Maybe should have done a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain, certainly. And it's great to see Ndongala getting an assist already in the game. Started running as soon as he got on the pitch for us. Salah looking for a ball down the line, isn't quite able to find it as Pefok does cut it out, but it does fall back to him, and Pereira de Sá receives it in the middle. He looks back to Salah. He's going to find Kingsley in that deeper role. Across to Keita. He's got a bit of time here to find Kingsley again. Then Keita, who looks out wide to Andre Wisdom, he could probably take on his man here, which he does look to do. Finds Ndongala again, working well with him on that side, but he got to the byline, plays it across, looks for Pella, who's fouled, apparently, and it's a penalty. Ndongala being absolutely crucial in another opportunity for us, and Graziano Pella will step up to take this one. Can he slot it home in the 20th minute to give us a 2-0 lead? He does. This is, again, not what I was expecting, but Ndongala could be quite the signing. The board were a bit iffy about it. They weren't sure, but were willing to kind of see how things go with him. And already, okay, maybe not maybe not quite 2 million just yet, but certainly looking good so far, as Da Costa will be taking a throw-in for Young Boys in the 25th minute as they come down this right-hand side. It's a 1-2 on there. He plays it back to Martins, who plays it across, then back to Da Costa, who's laid it back. I mean, they're keeping the ball nice in. It's a long-range effort, and Siabachu does get a goal back for Young Boys against Hound Dogs. 26 minutes in, plenty of time to form a proper comeback, but one goal is plenty so far, and if we end up losing this game from here, I'm going to be very upset. But we're looking good. We're 3 shots on target, 1.13 xG. I mean, granted, it was because we had a penalty as well, but the other goal as well was a pretty decent XG, I'd say. It was a lovely ball in, but it's half time, 2-1, looking solid so far. I think we will leave things as they are for now. Don't want to make too many changes, as the boys kind of are still forming that kind of relationship with each other, still in a good bit of form. But Salah taking the throw in on that left hand side finds Pereira de Sá, whose switch over Ndongala is headed back by Garcia, and Von Balmus gets down quite easily in the end to his left-hand side. Long ball cleared forward, and Andre Wisdom again is able to get onto this one without any real pressure on him, as he does look to go down the line, but then Bellegarde does manage to nick the ball off him to turn and play it forward. But again, Sergio Silva's there this time to get in front of the attacker and win that one. Maximiliano Romero hasn't done much so far in the last few games against Apoel and today's game so far, but we're hoping that he gets back to his fine form that he has been playing for us in the league this season. Ndongala doing very well, though, to find Andre Wisdom. It's a lovely move as he finds him back with a 1-2, and the ball's fired across the box. And speaking of Maximiliano Romero, he gets a goal, a lovely tap in. It's what he does best, arriving in the box for the little passes across. And he's always in the right place at the right time to slot that past the keeper. And it's 3-1 to Hound Dogs. What a game so far. It's very similar to the last one against Apoel. If we can, hopefully, we might be able to get even another goal to give us a bit more of a leeway this time. Maximiliano Romero, though, it has been played in. It's saved initially, or blocked, I should say, as it is hit out for a corner for Hound Dogs, as they look to whip a ball in. Now, only 10 minutes into the second half, and we're already looking very, very good. Ndongala with the delivery is headed away. I'll be able to get there before Nsame. Doesn't look like we will do, but it is the end of the highlight, so nothing too much to worry about as we hit the hour mark. Maceres on that right-hand side looks inside for Pefok on that throw-in, and it is a 1-2, finding him out wide again. He looks for a dink back to Pefok, whose volley isn't a bad effort, but it is high over the bar in the end, and we kind of comfortably get rid of that one. It looks like there was a double sending off in the Slovan Bratislava and Maribor game, which I don't know what's quite happened there, but it seems like it's getting a bit feisty as we got down to the last 9 minutes of the game. As they're looking to come forward again, Pefok is played through on goal. It's 1-1 with the keeper, and he isn't able to finish that as we managed to kind of get it palmed away out for a corner. I think what we will do is look to bring Ramirez on for Wisdom, and then we'll bring on Marlos as well for Keita in there, who hasn't had a great game, but it means that we can get some fresh legs on just for the last few minutes, bit of experience to kind of calm the game down, hopefully, and we can go into the second leg with 2-goal advantage. That's what I'm hoping anyway, as it is a clearance forward, but it's only headed to Andre Wisdom, who can look down the line for Ndongala, who's done very well this game. He's been influential in this. A ball across again, and Romero's header just hitting the bar. I think Ndongala's got 2 assists and one which is effectively won the penalty with his ball across to Pella. So, I mean, he's had a phenomenal game in this first leg. And it is a ball into the back post. Nsame getting a header on goal, but it does go over the bar in the end. I think it just shows that we need to be careful because they've had plenty of chances in the game. They just haven't taken them. And if they kind of change their mind and become good in the second leg, we could have a lot of problems with that. But so far, so good. 3-1 in the first leg. Let's see if we can get that continuing into the second leg with some good form and maybe get further and further and closer to the Champions League group stage. And here we are in the second leg. We have got Wandenberg back from his suspension, so he will be coming back into the side in on the subs bench. But other than that, I think we'll leave it as it was. The boys performed very well. There's no reason to change things as it stands. So let's jump straight back into it and continue with this round of the competition. I think we've got a very good chance of doing so. It is on TV. Obviously, people have kind of taken note with how we performed so far, and hopefully that again continues into today's game and we continue our good bit of form. Look at that lineup, lovely stuff. Hopefully Ndongala continues his good form as of his first game for us, but I'm sure this one will be a little bit tougher as we are in the away leg. But it is Salah to find Kingsley, and our kind of highlight to start things off with as he looks for a ball into the box as Pereira does head clear. He goes up for it, and it is headed clear. But Salah does manage to get onto that clearance. Kingsley looking back again to Koch, who's got plenty of time on the ball to find Sergio Silva. And they're just playing it between each other, making sure we can find that space to get around the sides as we do, with a ball down the wing to Maximiliano Romero, who cuts it back to Pella, who finds Keita, whose long-range effort, what a save that is. Not quite able to keep it in, but Rassiopi, that is a hell of a save from quite the strike from the central midfielder. Ndongala now with the corner ball looks to get it in the box, and it is just headed over by Koch, who's not quite able to get that one on target. But things are looking good so far already in the second leg and the first half of it with only 15 minutes gone. It is Young Boys that come forward now with a ball played through to Nsame. It's a good challenge by Koch, though, who gets in front of the man, and Sergio Silva is able to clear. But they will be coming forward once again, the black and yellow of Young Boys. Martins with a ball over the top to Fan Sanch, who's gone through on goal. And how he's missed that, I have no idea. That is an absolute sitter. Kind of ridiculous how he's managed to even miss that. But they do come forward once again, only moments later, in fact, with fast snatch. Even again, Martins, Pefok, back inside. It's a long-range effort this time. Well, I say long-range. It's in the box, but it's a great strike off the post this time. They're warning signs, certainly. We've had opportunities, but so have Young Boys, and they're looking good for it as well. With 5 minutes to go, it is Young Boys with a throw-in. A ball whipped in. And again, headed over the bar. They're just not taking their opportunities. If they had done, we could have been in trouble for sure in today's game. But so far, so good. We've still got that 2-goal lead. We're looking very solid. Well, I say solid. We're looking good. I'm happy with how things are going. Let's say that. I don't want to be too kind of positive about things because it hasn't been that great, but it's not bad, let's say that. I think what we will do though is take Romero off. He's pleased, but I'm not really. And Ndongala will go on the left hand side this time. We'll pop Marlos on the right, and we'll carry on into the second half with Elia taking a corner for Young Boys, whipped in, and again it's headed over the bar, this time by Nsame. They've had the opportunities to get the lead. They've got a 1.9 XG. How they haven't scored, I don't think I'll ever know at this point. The luck is certainly on our side at this stage as they look for a ball through to Valgent, who's got no one competing with him, and finally they do get the goal they needed to kind of kick things off. Hopefully that's not the start of a lot more coming through, as it is 3-2 now on aggregate, 1-0 in today's game. And there's lots of time left for them to get properly back into this. As you can see there, 2.21 XG. They've had 21 shots. It's kind of ridiculous. What are we going to do? We've got to do something. I mean, we've only got 20 minutes left, and we've not seen really a highlight after that. Graziano Pella, what can you do? I think we'll have to leave you on. Andre Wisdom will come off, and we'll pop Ramirez on that side there just to sit in that right back role. Hopefully you can kind of help dictate things. As Salah manages to cut out a ball, Undongala looking to drive forward now. That's a foul, and it looks like Elia's injured. I mean, it's all kicking off at the moment, as young boys seem to be getting a bit more frustrated. Mount Valiant getting a booking there. And again, it looks like Martina might be getting a booking, and it's a free kick as well. Can we get something from this? Is this Ndongala? Can he score for us here? It's hit straight at the wall. It's a poor ball, really. But he's got another chance at trying to get something delivered. It is challenged. He's challenged, but does manage to win the ball back after it didn't fall to them. But a ball over the top to Pereira de Sá. And Rolly Pereira de Sá does score. I thought it might be offside, but what a ball that was by Undongala, who's again so influential in this game. What a player he's been for us so far. And it's I mean, what a ball. And he manages to find Pereira de Sá there. I don't really know how he's onside, but hey, if he is, that's fine by me. With 15 minutes to go, we're back level. We've got that 2-goal lead once again. It's a tight offside. You can see there. I mean, it looks well on by the looks of things, if that's to be true. And with 13 minutes to go, we are looking good. Martins with a ball in, though. Satriano there with a header, and he hits the bar, and it goes over. Still looking strong at 1-1 and 4-2 in aggregate. Ella with a ball in from a corner. Satriano's header goes to Gustav, and he's able to get that down into his hands very, very easily there. And he's going to look to try and send us on the attack, I think. With a long ball forward, it comes to Kamara, and he's going to come. I think we will look to make another change here. We'll take Dede. Should we bring Dede on? No. What we'll do is we'll take Salah off and put Wanenberg on at left back, just because he's been booked. We don't want him to get sent off. It's not ideal, is it, for the next coming up games, especially if we get through today. As the ball's played in, Satriano with the header. And it's going down to the wire. It's 4-3 on aggregate, 2-1 in today's game. There's 5 minutes to go. Are we going to be able to hold on for the last few minutes? Yes, make that change. I'm fine with that, as it is a long ball launched forward. But again, it's nowhere near any of our players. Pella's not able to get anywhere near it, as it's another ball launched forward by Young Boys, who's balled over the top, finds Satriano, who's been put through. I mean, that's a great challenge by Koch. He's done very well to get back round and get to that one. And he even manages to find Undongala, who starts the attack going forward. Keita back to Kinsey, into Undongala, then Graziano Pella, who looks out wide to Wildenberg, who's got forward, and he's got space to run into. They're throwing men forward, so we've got a bit of space to work with. Undongala, though, on the edge of the box, plays it across, and there's Marlos. Undongala is an absolute don. My God. I mean, how have we managed to find that man? Applewell, you've lost a gem here. He's absolutely running the show. Wildenberg doing very well on that left-hand side, driving forward, finds Ndongala, and look at this pass. Driven across the box for Marlos to run onto. Put it away. That gives us that's got to be it. We've got to have done it now, as the ball's played back to the edge of the box, and it is cleared off the line, as we get a bit lucky that he didn't strike that any better. As it is now, Young Boys still trying to get the ball forward. I think we will drop things back to cautious, as we don't want to throw too many men forward now, as we've got that lead. Marlos' pass isn't great, and Ramirez isn't able to get back on that ball. The ball's whipped in. Satriano with the header, but this time it goes wide. He isn't able to get that goal that they needed to give them another chance. And I think we are going to be ticking down to the final moments here. And it is finished 5-3 on aggregate, 2-2 in today's game, which leads us to going through Undongala being absolutely top draw once again. Oh wow, this is I'm impressed. I was not expecting us to be able to get through to this stage. There is a big game coming up though, which this time I'm pretty sure we might struggle with. And it is against CSK Moscow. They are our Champions Path third qualifying round opponents. It could be a tough one, but we will be coming back for that one as well. It will be, we'll follow the full process of the qualifying and see how we get on against them. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, I will catch you in the next one.